Stafford cuts back behind him.
Stafford limping just a little bit as into the ball game comes Cherry, and John Clemens out. Will go Jeff Clemens. Reeder running the play quickly, snaps it, gives it to Grissom up the middle, and he is hit immediately at the 45-yard line as it is Taylor Ellis and Jeremy Byers in on the tackle. That will bring up 4th down for the Blue Devils from their own 45. They need right at 5 yards, and in will come Tressler to punt it away.
Tressler on the season for Lebanon High School, 22 punts, averages 32.2 per kick. Chris Stafford limps off the field. And John, if you get a chance, see if they're going to take a look at Chris Stafford on the sideline.
Shaw deep to return, as now Wells will drop back. The rush is on Tressler, a booming kick as Shaw will watch it bounce. It heads toward the end zone and finally will squib into it. So the Buccaneers will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And, Terry, that's a pretty good kick for Tressler.
That will definitely help his average, Sam, as that one goes 55 yards. I wish it had gone 54 instead, but it went 55 into the end zone. Beech will take over on their own 20.
And Coach Bob Dillard quickly out to shake the hand of Todd Tressler, who booms Beech back in their own territory and came just one turn of the ball from down in that thing inside the 1-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. Harris, straight drop, wants to throw, has time, has Shaw complete at the 35, breaks a tackle. He's off to the races, and no one near him. He will score, and that will pull Beech to within 4 points of the Blue Devils. 8:34 remaining here in the ball game. As Tommy, that didn't take long.
Didn't take long at all. He hit Shaw on the slant, and he goes 80 for the touchdown. Just broke it back across the grain and just kept running. Quick feet as Shaw scores. They rush Zachary into the game as we try to put on the PAT block. To attempt it will be Kaufman as the Buccaneers going to go for 1.
Harris the holder. Snap is down. Kick is up. This one is good. So with 8:34 remaining in the game, your score 11-19. Beech 16. We'll be back in just a moment.
Beech striking quickly as Eugene Shaw receives an 80-yard touchdown pass from Michael Harris as Beech goes 80 yards in only one play. Kaufman adds the extra point with 8:34 left in the ball game. It's now 11-19, Beech 16.
Kaufman to kick off. It is Griffin standing at his own 14. Don't look for the ball to get that far. It is squibbed, bounces high. Carson at the 35-40 will be driven backwards. They will give him forward progress up to the 38-yard line. And Tommy, we talked coming into the ball game, Shaw, their leading receiver, had 14 catches, 21-yard average. That's going to jump real big after that one.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, he had a 50-something yard reception on the first play of the game against Mount Juliet last week. When they throw it, they go up top. They really like the big play, and that's indicative of that play right there, as the slant goes a long way for a touchdown.
Joel Griffin is your tailback behind Grissom, the fullback. Reeder looks over a 4-man line. 1st and 10, tosses it to Griffin, who tries to bounce it outside, shows some speed, and will get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a hair more, as Tommy Griffin showed his speed just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's a good-looking run for gain of 1 or gain of nothing, but really picking them up and laying them down, trying to get that corner turned against that quick pursuing Beech defense.
2nd down and 9 for the Blue Devils. 7:35 remain here in this ball game. Jeff Clemens wide to the left side. Cherry and Carson to the near side. Reeder, play action, straight drop, wants to go deep, has Carson all alone, incomplete, as flashing in front of him at the last moment is Damon Wells broke his concentration, and Carson limps slightly as he heads back toward the huddle.
We lined Carson up in the flex position, had him away from the tackle about 6 yards, puts him in man coverage, and he ran it quick straight up the field and was open the football there for him, in and out of the hands of Elliott Carson.
Cherry comes into the ball game. Out will go Jeff Clemens. 3rd down and 9 for the Blue Devils as the clock stopped with 7:20 remaining in the ball game. Only a 3-point lead for Lebanon. Stafford, the tailback, as they're going to run. Reeder rolls, wants to throw. He's going to be sacked by Sadler, as he will go down at the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down and 13. And Tommy, not the possession the Blue Devils were looking for.
Not at all. As we tried to fake the reverse to Griffin and looking for Carson on the drag pattern, kind of a little waggle play where you run the motion in the backfield. Sadler had no part of that as he just came strong on the rush. Tressler will kick it away to Shaw.
Shaw waits deep. Snap to Tressler as the block coming. He gets it off. Another booming one. Shaw will chase it. Watches it bounce at the 20. And it'll squib by him and go out of bounds, Tommy. Luckily, at the 17-yard line, he had no chance to pick it up and run with it.
Good kick off the foot of Tressler, Terry.
From Lebanon's 35, it rolls out of bounds at the Beech 17. 48 yards on the punt by Bo. Big punt, good punt by Bo Grissom.
And two great kicks in a row on this punt team by Lebanon High School. And, of course, kicking with that wind has got to help. And now you want to try to hold Beech in check. Lebanon leads by just 3 points.
1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. 6:37 remaining in the ball game. Harris with 2 backs behind him. He'll turn, give it to the fullback who spins for a yard. That's Davis, the senior, up to the 17. They'll give him a yard, maybe a little less. They'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Into the ball game will come Jason Walker. Out will go Davis.
It's almost like they lull you to sleep with this wing tee. They have the block down. You'll stop them for a gain of 1, a loss of 1. They'll pick up 2, and then they've always got the capability of popping that big one on you.
2nd down and 9. Single back behind Harris. Sadler in motion. Harris rolls right, plants, unloads, looks. It is complete to Corlew up at the 30-yard line. And Tommy, again, C with an excellent shot, but a good job of hanging on by the receiver.
That's a tough little kid, that Corlew, who caught that football. Free safety Ron C hit him right in stride. And Corlew at 5'8", 161, just a sophomore, held on for the 1st down.
1st and 10 for the Buccaneers, their own 30-yard line. Clock nears 5.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. 2 wide receivers to the right for Harris. Sadler in motion as it is Corlew up the middle across the 35 out to the 37-yard line. As he picks up 7, will bring up 2nd down and 3. As Tommy, the Blue Devils have got to stop the Buccaneers on this drive.
They have been grinding it out. They pick up the occasional pass for the 1st down yardage, and then we've just got to stay in there and fight with them, Sam. It's a matter of wills now.
2nd and 4. Harris turns, gives to Sadler off the right side. He will pick up the 1st down to the 42-yard line of Beech as the clock under 5 minutes. As we told you, only a 3-point lead for the Blue Devils over the Buccaneers of Beech High School. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Out of the ball game goes Mulliken. Shaw comes to the near side as a wide receiver. Walker is the fullback. Sadler and Corlew the wingbacks. Sadler in motion. Harris play fake, wants to throw, has pressure, unloads down the middle. Incomplete as Joel Griffin breaks up Shaw at the last second, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And that's a deep drop by a linebacker, Sam, as Griffin, read pass by the action of the guard, dropped about 12 or 13 yards deep into the hook zone. Shaw comes across, and Joel Griffin right there to tip the football away and very nearly come away with an interception of his own.
2nd and 10 for Beech. 3 backs behind Harris. Corlew in motion, play fake. Harris wants to throw, lofts it, complete to his fullback across the 50, and out of bounds there, about a half-yard shy of the first down, Tommy.
Well, the play fake, and they come back in motion away from the play action. He hit the receiver, Walker, out of the backfield, and he's right there at the stick. And the officials are going to take a timeout here. And let's see what they've got. John, you're down there in a position to hear it. See Corky Cross talking to Bob Diller. What's that all about? And John trying to listen. John, what was the gist of that conversation?
Something about the electronic clock operator, Tom. They're going to not start the clock for 9 seconds or something like that. So we'll see.
The third down and short play for Beech is successful for a first down to the